This is Tank's Vlog, brought to you by Allow Me to Be Frank, the weekly podcast you could hear on SoundCloud and iTunes. And this week, we had a good NFL preview with Stu Feiner, the source. We talked about the season that's coming up. We talked about his great new show, Barstool Sports Advisors. Check your local listings. It's better than any pregame show that's on the networks. We're Big Cat and El Prez. So definitely going to watch Barstool Sports Advisors. And we also talked to David Strauss from MyBookie. And he gave some insights on how lines are set, where the hot picks are. Listen. Both shows, great shows. iTunes, SoundCloud. How else are you going to get ready for the NFL season, which kicks off on Thursday night in Philadelphia, where the Eagles begin the defense of their Super Bowl championship with a game against the Falcons. Now, the Falcons had a chance to win their Super Bowl the year before, but blew it. The Eagles, though, got the job done against the Patriots. But I like the Falcons on Thursday night. I think it's going to be a lot of pomp and circumstances. I think it's going to be distracting to the Eagles. I made my first week picks. Click the link below. That's my week 1 picks. I'll go over more games on the weekend, but the first game is the first game, and it's the Eagles and the Falcons Thursday night football. I can't wait. Let's get ready to roll. Baseball. And the Mets, they've actually played good baseball the last month and a half. I got to say that. They have actually played good baseball the last month and a half. Too bad they're already out of it and dead. Because of that friggin' June and that idiot manager we have. But they've played good baseball. And one of the big reasons is the emergence of Zach Wheeler. This is the Zach Wheeler we were promised. This is the Zach Wheeler we hope to get. And boy, I tell you, I am excited to see Zach Wheeler in 2019. If the Mets just play their damn cards right, they need a major bat. They need a major star. And they could be a contender. They need to be a contender. And they could do it. They got the pitching. And maybe they have to trade Noah Syndergaard. It will break my heart to trade Noah Syndergaard. But if you trade someone like that and get a major star bat in the middle lineup, this team could do something next year. This team could do damage. If you take out June, this team should be challenging the Braves and the Phillies for the division. But that 5-21 June is just so inexcusably bad. And May wasn't much better. You take those 2 months out, this team actually could have had a chance. They could have been a contender. Stella. They could have been a contender. Speaking about contenders and pretenders, the Yankees have been 30 games above 500 for a long time. And that's not good. That means you've been stagnant. That means you've played 500 baseball. That means over the last month and a half, you haven't played well. The Mets have been playing better baseball than the Yankees. And then the Yankees laid an absolute egg. And big reason is Luis Severino. Now, in the first half, Luis Severino, there was talk of him winning the Cy Young Award. Do you know Luis Severino right now has the highest ERA for any starting pitcher since the All-Star break? I mean, he's been Jason Vargas-like. And the Yankees just a disaster first inning. When you load the bases in the top of the inning, but you can't get anyone home. That's baseball, Susan. When your ace is on the mound and he doesn't have it, and you wear a frown. That's baseball, Susan. When your catcher doesn't give a damn as the ball bounces off his glove 4 times for 2 wild pitches and 2 pass balls, but they both all should have been pass balls. That's baseball, Susan. I mean, Gary Sanchez, what an awful, awful, awful season he's had. You know, one of the major reasons they said Joe Girardi was fired is because he was tough on Gary Sanchez. Well, you know what? Gary Sanchez needs someone to be on his ass. He's under 200, well under 200. It's going to be a miracle. He's going to have to go on a tear like he had in 2016 when he was almost batting 400 to even come close to batting 200 right now, to see in the Mendoza line. He's on the interstate. And sure, he hit a home run after it was already 8-0. As the Yankees are starved for good clutch hitting right now. Just terrible. They were beaten down by the A's. And right now they're lined up. It's A's-Yankees that will be in the wild card game. And if you ask me, the Yankees have no shot unless something happens. Aaron Judge, who knows when he's coming back? They look like Didi Gregorius is on his way back. But when Aaron Judge comes back, how healthy is he going to be? It's now been 6 weeks of an injury that was supposed to be 3 weeks. Is Ray Ramirez working for the Yankees, by the way? That's a Ray Ramirez type of thing. I mean, oh, brother. And it's you got to look at the Yankees. The Yankees got to look themselves in the mirror. Gary Sanchez has to look himself in the mirror. I mean, this team has more talent than anyone else, and they've been just dreadful the last 6 weeks. And I just don't see it. I just don't see. Are they going to turn the switch on in October? Are they going to go back to playing like they were in May? In June? Or is this going to be more of this lackluster, boring baseball where your best player is named Luke Voit? I have news for you. If your best player is Luke Voit, you're not a good baseball team. I mean, Giancarlo Stanton, he's been okay, but it's like the loss of Aaron Judge has really affected him. Miguel Andujar is a great hitter, but questionable in the field. Greg Bird is now just a memory. I mean, Greg Bird, what a waste. And the Yankees just lost another game to the Red Sox. Red Sox, what a season the Red Sox have had. The Red Sox have now played themselves into a corner. Into a corner. And this is why a lot of teams that have great seasons of baseball fail. The Red Sox now have to win the World Series, otherwise this season is a massive disappointment. This is like the Warriors going 73-9. This is like the Mariners when they won 116 games. I mean, the Red Sox are going to win over 110 games. Who knows what number they're going to land at. It's going to be the best season in franchise history. And then the pressure is going to really be on. Today they're down 7-1, and they score 6 runs in the 8th, 2 runs in the 9th, beat the first place Atlanta Braves 9-8 at SunTrust Field. What an absolutely incredibly stunning performance. It was the Indians beating the Royals 3-1, and that's a team you don't want to sleep on. The Indians, Corey Kluber got his 18th win of the year. Kluber's now playing himself into the Cy Young position again. I mean, Chris Sale is still the favorite, even though he hasn't pitched in a while. But the Indians, the Red Sox are going to have a tough road to the World Series. So, but pressure's certainly going to be on them. Cardinals beat the Nationals 7-6 as Matt Adams, who a few weeks ago was with Washington, won the game with a 2-run homer. He hit 2 home runs. Sorry about that. Pirates beat the Reds 3-2. Blue Jays all over the Rays the Braves maintained their 3-game lead in the East. It was the Cubs 6-4 winners over the Brewers as Schwarber hit a big home run. Tigers beat the White Sox 10-2. It was the Astros 9-1 winners over the Twins. And the Mariners, who have the Yankees coming in on the weekend, need a miracle now. Need the A's to collapse if they want any chance of ending that 17-year playoff drought. Beat the Orioles 5-2. It was good news, bad news for the Angels today as Shohei Ohtani was recommended to have Tommy John surgery. Now, this is the Japanese Babe Ruth. Pitch, hit, and he was good. He was as good as advertised. But after 3 months, he made his first pitching appearance on Sunday, and that wasn't a good idea. Elbow problems flared up again, and now his 2019 season is in question. But he went out there today and went 4 for 4, hit 2 home runs. I mean, does he just quit pitching, or he's got some decisions to make, and the Angels do too. And while Miguel Andujar is the obvious Rookie of the Year favorite, don't sleep on Ohtani. He's put up some good numbers, and he might get the curiosity factor. While the Dodgers lost, the Diamondbacks were idle. So the team atop the National League West had a chance to gain a game. Dun, 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 dun. Trevor Story helped the Rockies beat the Trevor Story and the Rockies beat the Giants 5-3. He hit 3 mammoth homers. Each of them were longer than the rest. He hit one falling down, and it still went 460 feet. And he hit the longest homer in the StatCast era at 505 feet. The Rockies won 5-3. The Rockies won 5-3. And they are in first place in the National League West. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, that's right. Trevor Story, 3 mammoth home runs. Now, serious MVP discussions. And he's over 30 home runs on the season. And the most incredible one, I don't know if it was the one that went 505 feet, the longest in the StatCast era, or the one where he was falling down and went 460 feet. Rockies with the Dodgers loss now have a 1.5 game lead in the West. And this is a team that has never won a division championship. And obviously, Trevor Story is the top star of the day. Alright, had a little interruption there with my browser. Window screen's freezing. Today's 3 stars, of course, are Trevor Story, who led the Rockies to a big win against the Giants. And then we have Shohei Ohtani and Sandy Alcantara, who led the Marlins to a win over the Phillies, allowing just 3 hits in 6 innings, and in 7 innings with 6 strikeouts. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Ryan Shazier of the Steelers. Now, Ryan Shazier has been ruled out for the 2018 season. Of course, he sustained that spinal injury last year and was temporarily paralyzed, but he's gaining strength in his lower body. He's able to walk again, and I wouldn't bet against him returning. He desires to return. He's healing along. And maybe one day he'll be able to step back on the field and be the story and the ultimate comeback player. And we take a look back 20 years ago to the opening week of the NFL season when the Jets went to San Francisco and gave the 49ers all they could handle. but lost a heartbreaker in overtime on a 96-yard run by Garrison Hearst. Check out the full story at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. And don't forget, check out my Week 1 picks. Click the link below and listen to 2 episodes of Allow Me to Be Frank. One with the source, Stu Feiner, the ultimate man for football and betting information, and my bookie AG. How else are you going to prepare for the week? This is the only way. And this is how you win. This is how you win those bets. Good day.